So friends, the last 24 hours have brought a series of major setbacks for Donald Trump and his administration, and a series of meaningful victories for the American people. 3 developments stand out, and we'll move through them quickly before focusing on the one with the biggest legal implications. First, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals has agreed to rehear, with the full bench, the case involving Trump's attempt to deploy National Guard troops to Portland against the wishes of Oregon's leadership. This full review could result in a more permanent halt to Trump's efforts to militarize the city. A previous panel ruled 2-1 in favor of allowing the deployment, but that ruling has now been vacated. Until the full bench rules, earlier restraining orders blocking the deployment remain in effect. The judge issuing those orders noted that Trump's claims about Portland being war-ravaged and under nightly siege were exaggerated and unsupported by the facts. Second, the United States Senate delivered a rare bipartisan rebuke to Trump. Several Senate Republicans joined Democrats to end the national emergency declaration Trump used to justify imposing sweeping tariffs on Brazil. This move marks a significant pushback against his ongoing tariff policies, which have been widely criticized as erratic and economically damaging. Any time Republicans join Democrats to stop one of Trump's actions, it shows a weakening of his influence, no matter how his allies try to spin it. But the third story is the most consequential. A federal judge has ruled that the acting U.S. Attorney for the Central District of California was unlawfully serving in that position. The judge determined that because he was not Senate-confirmed and because of the way he assumed the office, he was legally disqualified from performing the duties of a U.S. attorney. Importantly, the judge declined to dismiss the cases brought under his leadership because the indictments were also signed by other authorized prosecutors. This ruling carries major implications for the East Coast, specifically, the Eastern District of Virginia, where a very similar issue exists. There, the acting U.S. Attorney, Lindsay Halligan, also appears to have been unlawfully appointed by Donald Trump. And unlike the California cases, the indictments she brought against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James bear only her signature. That is the critical difference. In California, the judge kept the cases alive because other qualified prosecutors also signed the indictments. In the Virginia cases, the indictments against Comey and James were signed by Halligan alone. With her likely to be disqualified, defense attorneys have already announced their intention to file motions to dismiss both cases. And if the legal reasoning follows the same logic used in California, those indictments may very well be thrown out completely. Because justice matters. Friends, stay safe, stay engaged, and we'll talk again soon.